Says we're live.
That's right. Here we are. Happy Sunday night to all you Islanders. I hope you've had an excellent weekend. We're coming to you at the end. It's the end of the weekend. It flew
by. A long weekend.
Yes,
for me.
It was very long. Hopefully we are live here. Hopefully you can see us. When you see us, please, of course, say hello. Tell us where you're from. I see a lot of familiar faces already. We have a lot to talk about tonight. We have a different look.
Do we?
Well, I mean,
you're talking, on the YouTube.
Look at the screen. I've been antsy all day to see, hey, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? So far,
it's going.
Do we
know if they see us or not?
And there's no comments. So let's see.
Comment to tell us if you see us or not.
Exactly right. Let's see what we got.
Oh, nervous. Hey, everyone. Hey, Amanda. See, Lita sees me.
They're popping up now. I was worried about it. Thank you, Fireball Steve.
Hey,
Jen, Little Tito, Tim.
Okay, they're coming.
Rick.
Just might be a little more delayed.
Yeah, a little bit more. I've been worried about it all day, have I not?
He's been researching.
I have. I hope everyone's doing okay, and hope that you enjoy a little bit new of a new presence, a new appearance. I love the island time. Yeah, I know. It's tough, is it not? But it's like, for instance, I can do that right there. Roll call, share who you are and where you're from. We always talk about that. And 1 week we're going to get a map out.
Oh, there you go.
And see how many states are represented here.
Light up your city.
Yes. Let's say hello to some familiar faces. Let me go ahead and do this as well. We have emptied out the fish bowl. I could pour my... Don't spill it. My Miller Lite there into the fish bowl, but it's going to be used for a different reason as everyone says hello. Yes. Desiree, super sticker, not just one, but two. And right on top of that is everyone saying hello and where they're from. Martin said, don't leave me out. Don't leave me out. Hello from Oklahoma.
Hey,
Martin, thank you for that super chat. Amanda is
writing
your name down right now as we get this party kicked off here. And just like that, Mr. Lito Tito, who I talked to Lito Tito, Mr. Mike, several times this week. Sometimes Mike has to drive. I work from home. So it's a perfect pair.
Hey, Lito got some good news. It depends how you look at it.
We're going to talk about that.
Some good news.
Some surprising news.
I think it's good news.
That's right. Bruce is here from Ocean to Ocean Travel from Washington State. We got New Orleans with Brett here. Of course, Fireball Steve from Kentucky. Nomad is right here in Arkansas as well. We love to see that. Jen is here. Jen.
Get Jen in our bowl.
Hey, take care of her.
Got her?
Take care of her. You got her right there.
I got her. You got her.
You got her. Love y'all. Cheers. Jen, thank you so much for always being so active. One thing I can count on every day when I sit here and I make my video.
No, not me. It's not me.
Finish the sentence, right? Finish the sentence. Let's see what we got. Jen always watches our content. Like so many of you, she comments every day. Jen, thank you so much for that.
Derek reads them, that's for sure.
I read them and I try to respond, but it gets more and more difficult. Ronnie Squires, thank you so much for that super chat. Again, as we kick off the show, some of you guys, you're new, you're not sure, hey, what are you guys doing? What is this? It's Island Time. It's Island Time. We have an awesome community. Some of you guys, you support us by being here. I invite you to give that thumbs up to this video so other people can watch this that are looking for something to watch. And some of you say, hey, I know the work behind it. I know the work involved. You spend time at it. I appreciate it. And some people super chat. It's not required at all, but it is something that, of course, you can do. Mr. Rick Wade as well. Rick Wade, thank you so much for that super chat. As Amanda is probably going to have to leave here and take care of Jax. She tried, but Jax will probably go out pretty quick. Thank you so much, Rick, for that super chat. We're going to get you in here. Matter of fact, Rick, I've already got you.
Oh, good, because I fell behind.
I told Amanda there were some people. I had Jen there too, actually. And Trina as well. Trina, thank you for that super chat. Just curious, when your cruise has to stay at sea extra days, what happens with your Cheers package, Trina? That's a great question.
Ooh, I think it should just roll on.
It does. That's what happens. In previous situations with Carnival Cruise Line, with Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, if your cruise is extended due to no fault of your own, but many times, I pray that happens sometimes.
Yeah, you want us to get stuck out there in the middle of the sea.
Yeah, not stuck.
Okay, fine.
Slow down, turn around, whatever you have to do. Matt, it's great to see you here. I see you hopped in as well. It's extended for free. A lot of times the internet package as well is extended for free. They do that the right way. They really do. Trina, thank you for that question. And Trina, that's a good point. Those of you who choose to super chat and send those super stickers, please use that area to send a question. We would love to see it. We'd love to answer it. That's a different one there. Trina, that's a great question. It is. Bruce from Ocean to Ocean there with a super chat as well. Bruce, thank you for that support. And hopefully you guys can always see the upgrades that we're trying to do. Part of this is with the presentation tonight. So we'll see kind of how this goes. And there's all kinds of features as well.
He's learning.
I'm learning. Yeah, there's giveaways you can do right here, like legit.
Oh, like spin the wheel?
Well, like push a button and it just chooses someone that's here.
That's cool.
So I've got to learn that. I've got to learn that.
Got to research that.
Bruce, thank you so much for that. Peggy is here as well. I wrote down Peggy's name because I was actually typing something to Peggy earlier. Peggy Smith.
Gotcha.
You're in there. You're in the fishbowl. You're going to live in the fishbowl for the next hour.
Living in a fishbowl wouldn't be so bad.
No, it would not. It would not. It really wouldn't. I would enjoy it. Eric says tomorrow is cruise day. That is awesome. His comments continue to pour in right here.
Steve.
Mr. Fireball Steve. I talked to Steve this week as well. I've got Fireball Steve right here. Steve, of course, won a couple weeks ago. Steve, I think we're going to be able to get that hoodie. Steve wanted the zipped hoodie. Needed a certain size and color. I think it was just added. Let's check on it after the show.
Right.
I'll message you.
I got Joni.
That's right. Fireball Steve says congratulations on the championship. We appreciate that. We had our flag football championship this weekend. We finished 8-0. We scored 200 points on the season, gave up 31. Beckett was happy.
I mean, toot your own horn a little bit.
I didn't score any points.
They did really
I was the
good.
play caller. I didn't score any points.
They did good, and the boys learned a lot of football.
Joni, Amanda got you. Thank you so much for that support right there. We appreciate that super sticker. And Elizabeth, we have a good crowd now of people coming in. Let us know what you think of this new presentation. Do you like this? Do you not? Some people say it's too much. I don't like it.
Oh, no.
I think it's good. I think it's good.
If you get to going too much with the
you can have too much
stuff
up there. Yep. Elizabeth, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate it. This is helping my argument here, Amanda. This is helping my argument.
What?
Well, we've had an argument going back to, and of course, Rodney's here.
Which argument are we talking about?
That's right. Which one?
Which one?
Let me pull out the notebook, okay? I need the college rule.
Can you quit putting that over there?
Oh, sorry. Here we go. Add another argument.
All right. Anyway, what's the argument this time?
Well, my casino budget, and this is
this is an argument. I didn't even know.
Yeah, it's been the last week or two.
I think that he's been thinking about the casino budget, and it has not crossed my mind one time.
I still don't have a number, which is exactly it hasn't crossed my mind. Right. Usually she tells me, here's what you got.
No number is a good number.
No, it's not when we fly out in 72 hours. No number is not. Rodney, thank you for that super chat. You are welcome. And Mary, this week I talked to Mary. I had Mary here.
Oh, Amanda, I already got her. Don't even worry.
Nope, beat you to it.
You beat me to it. Well, okay. So typically his cruise budget is about $100 a day when we cruise. Yep, for a 7-day cruise, about $700. Well, this cruise is short, so you get $400.
I'll take it because that's the first number that has a math teacher help me.
3 digits?
Well, I've only heard zeros.
Oh.
So no non-substantive numbers. Is that a category?
I don't know. Is that a category? Let's just move on.
Yes, Mary. Mary, we're helping Mary with her cruise. She had to change a passenger in her cabin. Supposed to be a fee for that. They said $99. We fought and actually made a deal with Carnival. We said, you know what? The passenger that was leaving had $250 credit tied to them. And Carnival said, we're going to charge you $99 and we're taking the $250.
Oh, that's a little harsh.
I said, no. I spoke to a couple supervisors. We did have to pay the fee, but we kept the $250. So
that works out. That's a good deal.
Yep, exactly. It was good. Mary, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate that. Susan's got a question. Tell me how the safe works in the staterooms. It's based on a 4-digit code. You come up with the code. No one knows it but you. Yep. You enter that code in. You keep whatever you want to in there. You can tell that code, of course, to your significant other, friends, or not tell it to anyone. But then you have access to that safe.
Now, if you do happen to accidentally forget the number, the room steward security or
room steward, we've learned this actually before. Room steward does not have access. They don't have a master code. The security team does. So they would call security. They would come.
There you go.
And so, yes.
I just didn't want people to think, oh, I hope I remember which password I used this time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rick said it's really neat. Due to a hurricane, I had a cruise on the breeze extended from 7 days to 13 days. Oh. That was a few years ago. I remember that one.
Derek would like that.
Oh, my goodness.
I'd be like,
hey, I don't want any property, any lives harmed.
Yeah.
But, hey, keep me out there for
no one get hurt.
Yep.
But just extend the trip a little bit. Okay.
Exactly right. Nothing's wrong with that at all.
That's fair. That is fair.
Mr. Frankie. Frankie is another one of our island time travel customers. He's close.
Yeah.
13 more days. When is your next cruise? Matter of fact, I made a banner for that right there. Our next cruise is in 4 days.
Oh,
4
that
days.
Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
That does. On the Prima. Have no clue what to expect. No clue.
That was my question. Like, we're cruising Norwegian for the first time. What is something that I'm going to see that I wouldn't normally see with Carnival?
Yes.
Anybody?
There are.
I'm taking tips.
Hey, there's several Norwegian cruisers here.
Yeah.
As Mr. Rich. I got you right here, Mr. Rich. I got you.
There you go.
Can you believe I come up here and I write these things out before time?
I don't let him fool you. I think he saved them from the fishbowl last week and just dumped them out. I'm
taking roll. Listen what Rich says. Derek casino budget and Amanda spot budget should be equal. I agree.
I don't know if I could spend $400 in the spa. I'd feel too bad.
That's like an hour massage or 90 minutes. It's like 300.
That's pretty close.
Plus, you're going to get the sales pitch for the products too. Yeah. So, yes. Yeah.
Well, we'll see about the spa.
I see Coach Cruz is here as well. Usnavi is here as well. Lots of comments tonight. Shirley's got a question. Let's do this. And Shirley, you did it right. Islanders, if you have questions, put it in all caps. So someone may answer it before we do, but I'll try to see it. Things are jumping around tonight. Has sports gaming or sports gambling started on Carnival?
Everyone loves this question.
Asking for a friend. Shirley's friend is Derek. Not yet. They have been behind in this. They had hoped for the college football season, and here we are halfway through it.
They jumped the gun on the announcement, I feel like. They should have made the announcement closer to actually doing it.
Well, they have us all talking about it.
That is true. That is true.
Hopefully it starts soon. Now the NBA has started. College football still going on. Baseball winding down. Yes. Yep.
We need to get something going on.
Exactly right. Let's see what else we've got here before we keep going. Yep.
I want to talk to y'all about a back-to-back cruise. Let us know, Jason.
On the Spirit, yes. First leg. It's our final Alaskan, yes.
Our email is scrolling through the bottom. Let us know, Jason.
That's exactly right.
We'll help you out.
Jason, that would be an awesome cruise there. Final from Alaska, then second leg is a transit from Seattle to New Orleans.
I mean, can I go?
Yes. Yes. Yep. Exactly right. Amanda, did they send you anything to identify you as a teacher?
No, they have not. They did send an email like asking for like students' comments and parents' comments. Like I would send out like a little survey thing for parents and teachers and students to fill out, but nothing like that. I didn't get a big, you won. No.
Honestly, we haven't heard much yet from.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's been pretty quiet. Yeah. For leaving in 4 days. We have
It's killing me.
I know but we have everything we need. Like we have our airfare information.
We have our hotel information. We have flight information, flights, times. We're flying American.
We don't know how we get from the airport to the hotel.
And it's like 20 minutes away. But yeah, we have the hotel name.
Hotel to the cruise ship. We don't know that either.
Yes. And I've tried to break away. I told Amanda.
You don't have a choice. The emails come to me, not him. So it's like, sorry about you.
Hey, I'm not well. I'm not well right now. So many questions. So many questions.
But we'll find out. And we'll let you know when we know.
Yep, exactly right. Here's an interesting question here, and I know we have to scroll up and maybe catch up on some stuff, but we tried to catch up. It's tough. It really is. Thank you all for the super chats. The first 15 minutes that may have been a record. Maybe in a record. We're going to draw. I didn't mention this, but many of you regulars, we will draw from the fishbowl someone to win some Island Time merch from our spread shop, which is in the comment section of this video. A T-shirt, a hat, a backpack, a hoodie.
Have you had a drink out of this fishbowl? There's some liquor at the bottom.
Maybe I did.
What's he been doing?
Maybe I did. Here's a question here from Desiree. What do you and your wife love about cruising. What made you guys start cruising?
I mean, that's a long list. What we love about cruising.
Rattle it off.
Oh, can't even. Just time together. I mean, that's the best, isn't it, dear? Just saying.
3-day cruise is all that's needed.
Yeah. The ship, the beach, the getting away for a little while, not being on social media, which he still is, but
I used to not be until
I know until
ta-da.
Yeah. Just meeting new people.
Yep.
We've met a lot of people over the years cruising. We started cruising because we did a honeymoon cruise 10 years ago.
It was our honeymoon, 2011. Yep. And we fell in love with each other and with cruising, I guess you could say. But yes, breaking away, getting away from reality. We love traveling. We love the
whole vibe of it. It's just relaxing.
You can do as much or as little as you want to do. If you want to work and sweat and play and go, it's for you. If you want to sit and not do anything, it's for you. If you want to stay inside in an air-conditioned environment, it's for you.
And it's not a lot of planning. Like you book your cruise, book your excursions, and hop on.
Yes.
Well, you plan more than the average person.
Jody, thank you so much there for that super chat. We appreciate it so much. And I wanted to answer this question as well. I love this.
What question you got?
I love highlighting these questions as we can see them roll by here.
We did get a stateroom.
Will we have for which one?
Okay, well, you tell about the first one because the second one's the good one.
We will. And I'm not even talking about either of those. I'm talking about for Norwegian. The email should come by the end of the night. We're talking about two different things, Jody. Should come by the end of the night.
Johnny, sorry. Got to work my eyesight.
Joni. Yes. It's a different screen than what we're used to looking to.
Yeah.
Stateroom should be here tonight. I still plan on. I had two other people asking me today about making this video. So we'll check our email. Maybe tomorrow's show will be about.
We're hoping for a balcony room, right?
Yes, for sure.
Should be a balcony. Now he's hoping for the what is it? The Havana? No, the
Haven.
Haven, yes. He's hoping for the Haven. I'm like, that's a long shot, buddy.
Yep. I'm hoping. Who knows?
Yep.
Mr. Brett, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate that so much. Amanda's writing your name down. It's going swimming
right now.
Going swimming here in the fishbowl for just a little while. We appreciate your support. That super chat. There's questions here as well. We'll get to in a second. I want to share our plans for the week, though. So we fly out Wednesday after work and after school, 6:30, I think.
Yep.
Stay in Houston Wednesday night. Thursday, we board the ship, and I don't know what time. I don't know the transfer, how we're getting there. I don't know anything. But we're going to board on Thursday, and
Jackson says that he needs to bring Dada a trophy. Give Dada the trophy.
Listen.
Say, look, Dada, it's your trophy.
Our kiddos may be into cruising more than we are. They talk about it every day.
Oh, yeah.
They really do. They
Jackson
talk about
brought his little stuffed animal that was the Cat in the Hat. And I said, where'd you get that? Where'd you get your Cat in the Hat?
On the cruise.
On the cruise.
All the time. Coach Cruz is here. I was wearing Coach's T-shirt today. Green T-shirt. It's got the dog logo there. And in the sunglasses, it's got the palm trees. And Jackson said, I see the trees from the beach. I see them on the cruise. I'm like,
there
Jackson,
you go.
Really?
All right, go play, bub.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to sit? Okay.
We got to be quiet then.
No.
Anyway,
we're going to board the ship Thursday. Amanda's big ceremony is on Thursday as well.
And we'll find out if I'm a winner.
We'll see. One of the 100
Hey,
winners.
I'm already a winner because we got a free cruise. So
you're exactly right. We'll see if she wins some money for her school, up to $25,000 for her school.
Good.
That would be awesome. It really would. And then, so that's Thursday. Friday's a sea day. Saturday, we're in Progreso. Let me ask you this right here, because we've never been. And I don't know how we have never been.
That's true.
But somehow we've never been to Progreso. We've heard from many that there's not much there to do. We've heard stay on board. I just want to ask you, Islanders. I try to help you when I can. You help me. What is there to do in Progreso, Mexico? Please let us know. We've got a long day there, then a sea day back on Sunday. We get off the ship on Monday, Halloween. We've got the internet package. We're going to do our best to go live
everywhere.
Well, but they've given us the cheapest internet package. And
they say you can't upgrade.
They said, we're giving you the cheapest. You cannot upgrade. You
So
can't
we're going to have
buy.
to talk
So
to somebody about that.
Yeah.
All right. Got to go.
Yeah,
Come on, me and you are both going.
absolutely. Yes, Coach. Yeah. Will you pick him up and will you fix that over there, please? Okay, here we go. Amanda's going to try to get the kiddos to bed. She may be back up here. And turn it up one, please, if you would. Good. So Progreso, let's see what we've got here. Find an excursion in Progreso. That's exactly what I want. Yep. Mr. Jeremy Kraft, how about that? Looking forward to New Year's Eve. I absolutely am too. Thank you so much for that super chat. We're getting close. Little Tito said, I think 66 days or something like that. It's getting close. We're planning for it. We're planning for the Roaring 20s, of course. Jeremy, I'm getting you in the super chat right here. Let me get your name down.
One question that I saw before I go downstairs. Z asked about the icon of the seas.
That's on the list to talk about. That is on the list.
Talk about that. Don't miss his question.
On the list to talk about. I see the Z show here. He is here.
Kids to bed.
Good deal. Thank you, Amanda. Try to hop on while you're down there. Stay on board. If you make the ride into town, do the double-decker bus tour. We appreciate that, Daryl, so much. We might stay on board, being that this is just a 4-day cruise, and we've never been on the ship. You know, it's the Norwegian Prima. We may just stay on. But then again, I love to stick my toes in the sand, right? So we'll see. We'll see. We usually just stay on board at Progreso. That's what I've heard. So many people say that. It took me 37 years to get pet shipping Ronnie on a cruise, Shirley says. And now he's hooked. He's there. Yes. Lori, it's great to see you here tonight. Mayan runs, Martin. I have actually read by several that the Mayan runs are the best, among the best to see at Progreso. And it's something that if you haven't done other places because maybe you went to the beach, maybe you had all those beach excursions planned, that this was a place that maybe you don't go to the beach. The beaches maybe aren't as nice or as plentiful, but it may be a stop that you do the Mayan run. So we might do that. Yep. Brett usually walks around the port and buys keychains. Yes, we buy Christmas ornaments. Thank you, Coach. You said you're going to send that. I appreciate that so much. Joni says the beach of Progreso is that's what I've heard. I have. Thank you for helping me with that. If you have suggestions, of course, just let me know as we keep on going here. Let's get to let's talk about some different things going on here, making sure I didn't miss anything. I know there's another question here. I just scrolled up to find it. Here it is. C-Dub, what is the best what's the best way about getting an upgrade with Carnival? We're on the first deck and don't particularly want to stay there. There's different ways. Here's kind of my trick. This is what I tell clients of Island Time Travel. The closer you get to your final payment date is the best time to look, because people, they get to that final payment date and they owe $1,000, $1,500, $1,600, and they say, no, I can't do it. This is just not a good time. We're going to have to cancel this cruise, and cancel before they enter into the penalty period. So always look around that final payment date. There's usually cabins that open up. Maybe certain balconies have been booked, or Havana has been booked for forever, but now they open up. Prices also usually go down because the inventory increases. And then as well, the second best thing I can say besides that, and I'd put this at number one, but I can't brag on myself, right? I would say book with Island Time Travel. We check your rates at least once per week, and we fight for upgrades. Literally, we know, and Usnavi knows this. Lito Tito knows this. Fireball Steve knows this. Coach Cruz knows this. We know the upgrade ferries. Please, if I just mention your name, say, yes, he's right about this. I'm not making this up. I know who you can call, and I've been sworn to never tell. I've got their phone numbers, and we get upgraded all the time. Usnavi, Lito Tito, Fireball Steve, Coach Cruz, they were all upgraded. It was the upgrade ferry, and it was our connection with them. So book with the Island Time Travel. That's what I can tell you. Now, I can't promise you an upgrade. I just can't do it. But I can promise you that we will work to find an upgrade for you. Okay, I promise you that. Let's see what we've got. Elizabeth here, I do want to show this. Been strange over the last several weeks living in Fort Myers with all the destruction, trying to get back to normal with cruising, but it's hard. Elizabeth, you're exactly right. One of the toughest things that I've seen through tragedies like this is that the media attention, the attention on social media, it was on Fort Myers for several days, for 10 days, 12 days, but then the light gets dimmer and dimmer. But the reality there doesn't change. And so although it's not on the news every single day like it was weeks ago, we know that life is still difficult there. We know that people are still picking up pieces, trying to put them back together, trying to decide, do we live here? Do we rebuild? Do we find something else? Do we move? We're still praying for all of you in Florida and hope that better days are ahead. We know they are ahead. We hope they're ahead very, very soon, okay? I promise you that. Okay, let's get to current here because I know there's Coach who says, yes, he's right, Fireball Steve. Yes, it's right at the end of the pier. Perfect, Progreso Street. Tacos rock. I'm going to star that comment, Jen, so I can save it for later. I appreciate that so much. And then we've got, let's see. You've been checking for me. Absolutely, Matt. Yep, you're exactly right about that. We will work all that we can. And it says here, I want to make sure I didn't have a super chat that I missed for this drawing. It doesn't look like that I do. I try to wait until the last minute to pay off my cruise and look for upgrades. Frankie, that's an awesome piece of advice. A lot of people like to pay it off early. Just wait. Sometimes you can negotiate that. You can say, hey, I owe $700. You want to upgrade me for extra $100. Can I just make my final payment? I'm on the phone right now. Let's see what we got from Mr. Randy here. I've got Randy. There's a lot of them sitting over here. Randy, it's great to see you tonight. And you had a question as well about the casino. It looked like it was answered to get money back. I saw that before the show. Looks like it was answered. Let's read what you got here. Randy, I got you right here. Let's go swimming deep in the fishbowl, right? Go diving in the fishbowl. Derek, when you fly by San Antonio, Texas, drop the lanyards. But out the plane because Mel haven't been it to me. Hey, David Whalen, who also lives in Texas, David and I, we messaged back and forth for days and weeks. I've not seen David on here tonight. I think I sent 3 packages to David, 3 different ones, confirmed his address every time. Finally, they were received. He sent me a screenshot, and this was in September, I think September 21st, if I remember right. And they were mailed weeks ago. I said, David, will you please zoom in on that postmark? When is that thing stamped? And it had been weeks. And it's like, how? It's first class mail. It's $4.60 to ship or whatever. How's it taking that long from Arkansas to Texas? But Randy, we've tracked it. It says it should be there very, very soon. We hope that it is. If not, by the time I get back, we will try for what will be the 4th attempt. Unbelievable. I may have to start using FedEx or UPS, something like that, because it happens all the time. It does. I booked a cruise from Island Time to get away in 39 days. Mark, you're exactly right. We appreciate your business there. We know that you're going to have a great trip. And one thing that Mark knows, as long as our other clients, I put it in the banner down there, and it's scrolling across now. You have my cell phone number, literally. Call me. I've booked several cruises this weekend. Text me first. That's always appreciated. But of course, you call me, and I will answer that phone. Let's see what we've got as well. I missed Mike's. I got it, Mr. Lito Tito. Here it is. Scrolling. There it is. Bam. I saw it, but that's when Amanda was leaving. Drinks and lunch for Galveston for New Year's Eve. Mr. Lito Tito, I appreciate that so much. Can't wait to get to Galveston. We're going to stay at Harbor House again. We'll go to Willie G's and have some awesome food and drinks. Let's do this. Let's have some discussion here as we can continue to catch up. If you have questions, thoughts cross your mind, you want to know something, of course, all you have to do is post that comment. We're going to see it. Fellow Islanders are here to help you. But we've got to talk about a couple of things. Jason, you had a question. We'll get to that here in just a second. But right here, Carnival has changed our stateroom on multiple sailings. I had a video earlier in the week that I received an email about our May 28th cruise on the Celebration. We were booked on the Lido deck. It was an interior cabin. We chose that cabin. It was not a guaranteed rate. Carnival emailed and said, hey, we need to move you. They wanted to move us down to deck 4, which is the lowest passenger cabin on the Celebration. We said, no, that's not what we want. They said, we'll go to deck 5. That's below Celebration Central. We don't want that. And so they were able to accommodate us. But Lito Tito knows this as well. I called Lito Tito on Friday. I said, hey, check your email. And he actually didn't have an email, but we're managing this cruise. Island Time Travel is managing this cruise for Lito Tito. And I actually received the email for myself and Lito Tito in the same email. It said, hey, you're booked on deck 16 again for the Carnival Jubilee November 18th sailing that's sold out. Everyone's looking for a cabin. I look for them every single day. For many of you Islanders who are on my waiting list, they said, hey, your cabin's not available. I'm like, again? Deck 16? I see the email says we're moving you to deck 12. I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go again. I call Lito Tito, Mr. Mike. I said, look at this. I forwarded him the email. I said, they're moving us to deck 12. We pull up the deck plans. We didn't know this, but it was an upgrade. They moved us from an interior on the Celebration on deck 16 to a balcony on deck 12. We were happy with that. That cabin was about $3,800 if we would have paid for it when the bookings were open. Now, of course, they're not open at all. Mr. Frankie Floyd, we appreciate that super chat right there. Thank you so much for your support and for keeping this thing going as we're halfway through the show. Frankie Floyd right there in the fishbowl, swimming for the next half hour. We thank you so much for your support as I take a drink here. Mr. Lito Tito himself. Thank you, Carnival. Thank you, Carnival, for that upgrade. We went from an interior on Lido, which is a great cabin, to a balcony on deck 12. Remember, there's no deck 13 on Carnival ships. So we have deck 14, 15, 16. So climb 3 flights of stairs. You're on Lido deck, but we got the free balcony. How about that? But it's weird. It's odd. 2 sailings, 2 different ships in 5 days. I've chosen my cabin for both. They've moved me. A lot of people say why. I don't know why. It just says it's not available. Not available. Not halfway. It's going by quick, is it not? Let me know when you're in Galveston. I'll buy you a beer on the Strand. Rick, we will be there Thursday morning. I would love to be there Wednesday night. I've told Amanda so many times, and if something happens where we can do this, we're going to. We just don't know. We land Wednesday night. They have a hotel for us in Houston. I would love just to go to Galveston. I'd pay for my own room just to go to Galveston. But I don't know all these conditions. I don't know if we have to stay. I don't know. I don't know anything. I have no clue. There's my sister. How about this? Tiffany Mills. Cheers to Tiffany, my sister. We live in the same community. We're very, very close. And Tiffany has been so close to cruising. She booked a cruise even before COVID hit, but she's never been. And I've always told Tiffany, you have to go. We have to go together. For all of you who are here, 123 of you, including her, encourage Tiffany. Say, hey, let's go. Tell her she needs to go. She does. Where do we, meet on the ship or in Galveston? Just go with the flow. You're exactly right. Here we go. Let's move on to something else here. Let's see if I can pull it up. This right here. Royal Caribbean and the Port of Galveston needing help. I mentioned this on the show today. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I thought this was interesting. It was also something that if I knew I could be in Galveston on Wednesday, I want to be in Houston, I know, but if I knew I could break away and go to Galveston, I would have signed up for this. The new terminal, Royal Caribbean's new terminal there in Galveston, they need volunteers to go through the embarkation process, dropping bags off, walking through security, checking in, waiting in the waiting area, everything until boarding the ship, okay? You're not going to board the ship. Matter of fact, I told people, bring your suitcases empty. There's no reason to bring anything. You're not getting on the ship. And then they're going to run you through debarkation as well. 250 volunteers. They thought they would have issues trying to find enough people, but they haven't. The outreach has been amazing. A lot of these people, honestly, they just want to see the new terminal. We've seen just minor pictures of desk and check-in stands and stuff like that. You cannot take pictures and video. They were very adamant about this. You cannot take pictures and video and share because Royal Caribbean has spent millions on that new facility. They want to show it off first, and it's not exactly done yet. But I thought it was interesting. One out of the 250 people, they're going to win a free cruise on the Allure of the Sea. So I thought that was cool as well. And they're going to have other prizes. My question to you is, would you Would you do this if you lived in the Houston, Galveston area? Would it be something that you would do? Amanda thought it was crazy. She's like, why would you do that? It's a waste of a half a day. I'm like, no, I would go through that process. I've been primed for this. This is one of the reasons why I do what I do, why I was born to cruise, right? As Miss Mary sends another super chat. Mary, we appreciate that support in your super chat so much. I'm writing your name down right here so that maybe, just maybe, you will win that prize at the bottom of the hour. And she's not the only one. Mr. Coach Cruz himself, I'm telling you, one of the best that there is. Absolutely love him. Coach Cruz, who's cruising over Thanksgiving, says this: bet the hard ways on the Prima. Let's get the second half of the show super chats going. Coach, I appreciate that super chat so much. I'm getting it down right here. Coach and I have spent many of hours and a few calories rolling some dice at the craps table. Hard ways hit. Coach and Mr. Lito Tito and I, we stood there on, it was at the Vista, I guess it was. No, it was the Horizon. What am I thinking? The Horizon. And Lito Tito rolled for a long time, very long time. We had a blast. Yep. Z Show, I've seen you here, brother. And I also know that you've sent me a message on Messenger. I saw it. I need to respond to it, asking about the icon of the seas. I will get back to you. I'm sorry I have not done so yet, but thank you for being here. And as he points out, Tiffany needs to go. Yep. Z, now Z, you're telling on me now. Z says, hey, Tiffany, you need to look at your brother. He's been acting up on a cruise. Z, you can't tell our stories, okay? Don't tell our stories now. I swear that one night, Z, we were the only two awake. We closed down every bar and every venue there was. We walked around there. Nobody's up. The crew members aren't even up. And we had a blast. That I would never forget that night as long as I live. The Razorbacks beating Duke, who's my favorite team other than Arkansas. Amazing. It really is. Let's keep this thing going here. Let's see what we've got. David, it's great to see you this evening. Glad that you're here. Thank you. So many of you have encouraged Tiffany to go. Enjoy a cruise. Exactly right. She's going to do it. I promise you. And we're going to have a blast. Absolute blast. Mobile. Let's see this right here from Jody. Mobile had their cruise port working like clockwork. Unfortunately, they won't have another cruise for a year. What's interesting about Mobile, and it's kind of coming out now, it was reported a little bit the last several months, but when Carnival said we're not cruising out of Mobile for a year, from October the 10th was the last selling of the Ecstasy till October of next year when the Spirit arrives. The city of Mobile tried, and they were close, really close. I don't know what held them back, but they were close with Norwegian on bringing one of the smaller Norwegian ships to Mobile, especially for this 1 year tenure. I've heard it was going to be after January of 2023, and they would kind of commit to that October timeframe. I've heard that fell apart. I hope that it hasn't. I haven't seen anything materialize, though. But Mobile, who's actually our closest port, and we've never cruised out of Mobile. I don't know why. She's our closest port here in Central Arkansas. Probably, we haven't sold her probably because the limited cruise length. You know, everything was 5 days or less. That's going to change with the Spirit. 6 and 8 day cruises on the Spirit out of Mobile starting October of 23. We're excited about the Spirit coming, and we hope to cruise out of Mobile very, very soon. Let's see here. Yep. David says, I would do it. I would do it. If I live within a 4-hour drive. Tim, I would. Little Tito. Yes, Horizon. He had to correct me there. My office is on the island, Rick. I know. Oh, my gosh. Rick, and I saw, too, that you mentioned that you may be working. Might have a job there working in the terminal. How awesome would that be? Have a little insider there. We'd be able to say hello as we cruised Royal Caribbean. That would be awesome. Peggy, yes. Little Tito, yes. Desiree, yes. Joni, yes. That's awesome. Usnavi, Fireball, Steve, yes, yes. So I'm not the only crazy one. Amanda was like, the ship is not even going to be there. Like, why? I don't know. Amanda goes with the flow a little bit too much. She doesn't plan. hardly anything when we cruise. She hops on board. She'll ask me sometimes, no lie, we'll be driving to the airport or driving to the port in our car, and she'll ask me, what ship is it again? Or she'll ask me, where are we going? What are the stops? She just goes with the flow. She's always been that way. Maybe I could use a little bit more of that, and maybe on her personality she could use a little bit more planning, but I guess that's why we're together, right? I guess that's why we're together. Let's see. Now, this is good right here, Shirley. This is Lito Tito, you better believe that. We love to sing. Yep. When are we back from the Prima Gen? We are back on Monday the 31st, Monday morning. So Halloween Day, we are back. Who asked about singing here? Because I have video of you singing in the piano bar. Fireball Steve. Oh, gosh. Was that the one in the aft with the Elton John guy? Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. It is. So Shirley says this, what happens on a cruise ship stays on a cruise ship. Shirley, you're right about that for the most part, especially until the last, maybe 2 years, 3 years, as cruise lines encouraged us to download their apps and to view menus and activities and to purchase things through the app. A lot of us never carried our phones. I left my phone a lot of times in the safe unless I was going to lay out, listen to music. I would leave it in the safe. Now, I don't know this, the majority of cruisers carry their phones with them. I'll go ahead and ask this community here, when you're cruising, it's just a sea day. You're going to Lido Deck, or maybe you're going to sea day brunch, or you're going to grab something from the Windjammer. Do you usually have your phone on you? Because as Shirley points out, used to it, just what happens on a cruise ship, the ship stays there. And now people pull out their phones. They capture these moments that we would never, ever get. Some of them we laugh at. Some of them we wonder, what is going on? What are you thinking? But cruisers now have access to their phones as they carry them around. Do you carry your phone with you, or do you still leave it in your cabin or in your safe? Let's see what everyone says here. Yep, I'm going to show that right there from Frankie too, because I saw that. You're exactly right about that. Martin, start with 66 across. Oh, I love it. I love people that can talk some craps. A lot of people say it's a confusing game. It's confusing because there's so many different ways to play. But I love to play with you Islanders. There's been so many times, so many cruises that we've met people through this community, and then we're sitting there playing craps together, trying to, test the fates to see if we can win some money. And a lot of times we do. May not be a huge amount. Martin, here we go, going swimming for the rest of the hour. 66 across. I love it. I like it. And inside. Yep, you're exactly right. Let's see. David, you are not crazy. Thank you so much. I just like to be prepared. You're right about that. Let's see. Mary says, my phone is with me. I have mine with me 99% of the time. Yes, because of the app, as Martin says. Lori says, no. I need to do a better job because mine is with me all the time. Tim says, yes, always carry the phone. Always. Yeah, I have it. Rick, we use our phone to keep in touch with each other. That is true, too. The chat features that these cruise lines have developed, some of them free, some of them cost, but it's relatively inexpensive. I think Carnival's $5 for the chat on the Hub app. I do not own a phone. I need the paper menus, David says. Paper menus are coming back. I've seen on several ships so far. It looked like it kind of coincided. I don't know for whatever reason, but as crew members were able to take off their mask on several Carnival ships, I've seen this. Passengers have walked into the dining room and menus, paper menus, have been on the table. I don't know if they're coming back across the fleet, but I have seen on more than one ship from Islanders who are here just like this, and they go to Facebook and say, hey, I'm an Islander, I'm in this community, and I'm on the Glory right now. And they take a picture of the dining room, and there's menus everywhere. So I don't know if they'll come back. We'll see if they do. But sometimes I miss those old menus. Yep. Lito Tito says, yes, I have my phone. Desiree, I don't have my phone on me. The cruise ship, it's on the cruise ship cabin, in the cruise ship cabin. Yep. Phone especially with codes for dining. Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Yeah, you check in via these apps now, and it tells you what your table number is. How can you check in and How do you know what your table number is if you can't, if you don't carry your phone? So a lot of people carry your phone. Yeah, Brett, 3-card poker as well. I'll highlight that. I like some 3-card poker as well. That's kind of my second game. I like roulette too, but 3-card poker, if I just want to chill, maybe I just lost a little bit of money at craps. A lot of times you can play 3-card poker for an extended amount of time. So I'll throw that out there. If any of you are looking for a game that you're not going to run through $100 or $200 in 5 minutes, 3-card poker is one of those games that usually you can play a long time on. Biff says my phone is my camera. That's true most of the time for me as well. Yep. Shirley, when is our next group cruise? We're going to work on that. We had several details or different options, I'll say. And then Royal Caribbean surprised us with the news of the Icon of the Seas, and there's been so much interest. We're about to talk about the Icon, actually, that it made me rethink everything that I had planned so far. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything else here. They did have paper menus on Carnival Magic, but most use the app. So there's another, the Magic maybe having those paper menus as well. Yes, Sherry, I hate that you're working, but watch the replay. Hopefully you love it. We have a set of 5-mile walkie-talkies. David says they are smaller than a phone and have a call button, so we are always in contact. I love that idea. I love it. I do. You used to see walkie-talkies more, on cruise ships than you do now. Usnavi, phone is my camera. And Usnavi, you are always taking pictures, and I'm happy because I am so bad at taking pictures that most of the time I have to steal yours. I have to steal Fireball Steve's. Yep, and you do have that safety cover. You've taken pictures when we're standing literally in the water, chest high, deep water, and you have that cover right there, and it really has it's been beneficial. Monty reports also that the Sunrise in September had paper menus. So it's great to see that people validate some of the things that I'm seeing. I'm not out here just spewing fake news. I can promise you that. Sometimes people take what I say, they write. John Hill, for example, for Carnival, they say, hey, I saw a YouTuber said this. And I only say it because I've seen several people, not just one, several people say it. And then here we are, people validate it. So we'll see. Yep. Linda, let's see what we've got right here. Linda says, howdy. So if your cruise is paid in full, you can't do an upgrade. Not necessarily true. The best time to do it is before final payment. That window, before or just after. You may have just made your final payment, but there may have been 50 people that did not. Now all of a sudden rooms are opened up. There's more inventory. Pricing goes down. You can most definitely get an upgrade after final payment. I do that a lot of times. Matter of fact, I don't even work with the upgrade ferry in that department and unless it's after final payment. They can't even help me until we're about 26 days out, which I'll say this. I know there's going to be people that reach out to the email address that's scrolling here in this ticker, and they're going to say, hey, can you help me get an upgrade? If you're after final payment, I don't have any access to your booking. I can't see it online. If I call Carnival and I say, hey, I want to inquire. I love Monty. I love Jody. I love Lori. I want to try to get them an upgrade. They will ask for your booking number. I will tell them the booking number, and they will say, you don't have access to this. You can't do this. And they won't even listen to me. So know that I would help you if I could. The only way I can help you is, of course, if you book through Island Time Travel or for Carnival, if you book 90 days, if you've booked in the last 90 days and you're outside final payment, you can move that cruise to us. Royal Caribbean is 60 days, and you can move that cruise to us. Then I have access. It's the same thing as, if you don't have access to someone else's phone, you can't get on it. If you don't have access to a computer, you can't get on it. If I have access, I can usually make something happen. Yep. You can do a Royal Up. Rick, that's a great point. Royal Caribbean's got an awesome program where it's almost an auction style. If you are interested in an upgrade, maybe you booked a cheap interior room and you want that ocean view, you want that balcony, you can do what Royal Caribbean calls a Royal Up, and you can pitch this offer out there of what you're willing to pay, what you want to pay. Other people do the same thing, but Royal Caribbean will notify you if your Royal Up offer was accepted. If so, you move. And maybe you save some money than what that price said it was going to be online. So, yep. Good deal. Rick, that's a great point right there. Let's talk about this right here. Icon of the Seas, initial thoughts. Wow. Okay. I want you, if you follow cruising close, you've probably seen the news, Royal Caribbean's news on the Icon of the Seas. They released a lot of details, not everything, but a lot of details. What are your first impressions of the Icon of the Seas? I had each spectrum from people who loved it and who said, I am booking this thing when it comes out, which, by the way, if you've sold Royal Caribbean, you can book tomorrow. If you have not sold Royal Caribbean, you're supposed to be able to book Tuesday. If you book with Island Time Travel, I can book you tomorrow. We'll have access to book everybody tomorrow. Some people said, I love it. Like it's unreal. The number of outdoor spaces, pools. Yes, it looks like it is for families. That was the other end of the spectrum. People who said, too big. You're looking at 9,950 people on board. That is passenger and crew members combined. So 10,000 people can fit if every bed is full. That's mind-blowing to me. It's 2 times the size of my hometown. But some people say it's too many people. Some people say it was built for families, which means there's going to be more kids, which means, I don't want to go. Let's see here what everyone has to say. She looks awesome. No matter lover or hater, or if you say that's not for me, it's impressive to at least look at it and say, that's pretty cool. I see what you did there. It's pretty cool. Yep. Rodney, great to see you on here tonight. Little Tito says she is huge. Randy says too big. It is a big ship. I mean, it is just like, I think I said on my video, how is she floating? Literally, how is she going to float? 6 full-size water slides. The biggest pool on any cruise ship ever. The pool is huge. I do love those loungers, though. Almost every pool, I think 6 of the 7, they have water loungers. So while you're in your lounger is in the water. Your feet are in the water. Your butt may be in the water. But it looks really, really cool. It does. The first swim-up bar. You can sit there literally. They have places you can sit at a swim-up bar. And if you've got the drink package, just tell them to keep them coming, right? Looks really, really cool. Let's see what everyone else says as well. Yeah, Z Show, the swim-up bar. I mean, it's crazy. It is. Let's see here from David. Could you do anything if I had the person's password that let me access my nephew's when I had his password and personal information? I can't. If you've booked it the last 90 days, it's outside final payment. I have to call Carnival, and I have to validate. I'll just list it off real quick. Passenger names, passenger birthdays, booking number, PIN number, ship sell date, cabin number. Sometimes they ask me for their dining time. Once I confirm all of that, then they'll say, okay, now how can I help you? And I'll say, I would like to, and we have to I can't just see it. You have to transfer it to me. Then they give me access. Then I can see everything. So, David, if there's something I can help with, I will. But as it should be, these cruise lines take the booking and handling, managing the booking very seriously. They should do that. But there's a right way to do it, and there's nothing else. There's one way to do it. It is. Yep. Peggy says that the Icon is huge. Joni, it's too big. Yeah. Lady, beautiful ship. Icon looks busy. Cindy, I kind of thought that too when I saw the renderings. It looked like something that someone made on a video game or a computer. I was like, really? Is all that's really going to be on the ship? It looks busy, but it looks cool. It really does. I'd try it, Monty. I agree. I would too. Autumn, huge, a lot going on. Incredible. Sherry says looks awesome. But our kids are grown, so it's not as exciting for us. Yep. The water loungers on the Mardi Gras. Joni, you're exactly right. I've heard several people like those water loungers on the Mardi Gras as well. I would set sail tonight. Rodney says, nice ship, but too many people to each their own. Exactly, Mark. That's one thing I love about it. If you love her, book her, sell her. If you don't love her, there are, several dozen other ships that cruise from the United States that you can sell from. We'll keep on going. I'll show this from David as well. 110,000 tons or less, and she's going to be 250,000 tons. Crazy. What ports can it go? It is going mostly, let's go on Eastern and Western Caribbean. Of course, stops at Perfect Day on almost every, if not every, itinerary. So, yes, because of its size, will it tender most often? You'd be surprised it's going to be able to fit. It's going, of course, perfect day, but I've seen sailings for Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire, and right now I've seen no news about having to tender guests there. So more details will come out, but I'm sure they're going to play it safe. Cozumel as well, that Western itinerary. Costa Maya and Cozumel I've seen, and so they'll be able to go there as well. Let me ask you this, because I have 2 lists of people that are ready to book tomorrow. One list of people, they're ready to go, and they said, we've got appointments, literally, 9:30, 10, 10:30. I schedule them every 30 minutes, and they're booking. They know their dates. We already have passengers and birthdays. I have everything typed in so I can grab the cabin, call them, pay for it, go on before things sell out or prices go up. Prices, you will see prices in the morning here, and they will go up throughout the day because the demand is high. The supply will get lower throughout the day. But some people say, book it no matter what, I'm doing it. Some people, I have a whole nother list that is longer than the list of people who have confirmed to book it, who said, I have to see what the price is. What is the price? We have no clue. We have absolutely no clue. We will tomorrow morning. Let's get this. I mentioned this on the video today. What price do you think? Let's just do a standard inside room. Okay, not on the lowest deck, but on a deck that's quiet. There's cabins below you. There's cabins above you. What do you think the price will be for 2 people for the first 90 days? What do you think that price will be per person or total? I think it's going to be high. Yep. I think it's going to be very, very high. I'm really happy. Yes, they put double height windows. Yes, they have, Tony. She looks beautiful. She does. Yep. Some people have mentioned security concerns. You know, how can they evacuate effectively? Because if you have 10,000 people on a ship, which of course evacuations, probably, knock on wood, not ever going to happen. Okay, but they say you have one captain for a 2,500 person ship or a 10,000 person ship. You have one hotel director for a ship that's 2,500 or 10,000. So some people have given this argument that bigger is not better because you have limited high-ranking positions and you have more people to take care of. Of course, the teams, I think, will be staffed adequately. I do think so. But it's something to definitely reach out with. Usnavi, 13,000 per person. That would be crazy there. What's the deposit? Joni, that has been a question I've answered probably 40 times the last 72 hours. I don't think that Royal Caribbean will discount their deposit for the Icon. If you want to book her, I think it's going to be $250 per person. There are cheaper deposits for guests who are on current ships. For example, Mark and Jerry Williams are huge clients of ours. I think we have 15 cruises of theirs booked. They are currently on a Royal Caribbean ship, and they called me via WhatsApp and said, hey, we want to book 2 cruises, and we will book them with you if you want us to. But they said, we want to tell you that if we book it on board, that we get a little bit of onboard credit for the Icon of the Seas, and the deposit's only $200. And I said, of course, book that thing book it on board. Do not book that through me. If you get onboard credit, your deposit's cheaper. Deposit will be a standard deposit. Yep. Here we go. Lido Tito, $2,400 cabin rate. I think that's in the area. I told Amanda 24 to 28 is what I'm thinking. And I don't know what people's threshold is, I think maybe about 2,500. If it's above 2,500, most people will say, no, I'll just wait. There's going to be 2 other ships like this. But the new will wear off, of course, but she looks great. 3,500, Tony G says. Yep. Tom says this, and Tom, I appreciate this so much. You guys encouraged our family to start cruising again 3rd this year, October 31st. That's what it's all about, Tom. Of course, I don't push anyone to do anything they don't want to do. I always try to share the reality of situations, the reality of cruising. And I get in trouble sometimes. People get mad at me. And when I say people, I'm talking cruise lines and personalities. I get emails from cruise lines, not so much anymore, but I did especially as cruising restarted, saying, hey, you're putting us in a negative frame of mind. You're being negative toward cruising. And I tell them, watch the totality of my content. I'm very positive toward cruising. I love cruising. I would recommend it to most people. But I'm always going to share the reality. I'm always going to share the facts and capture the real moment there. So, Tom, I'm so happy that you guys are cruising again. Your third cruise is this year. Where are you leaving from, Tom? I will be in Galveston October 31st. It would be awesome to say hello, but I'm not sure where you're cruising from. Let us know. $2,000 says Peggy. $1,500 per person says Lady. That could be right. A question: do you know if they're going to have solo cabins? Z Show. They are, but they are very limited. They built this cruise ship, built the cruise ship really for families. So there's not many solo cabins at all, but there are going to be some. I've inquired about that. As the boys come in here, they know it's 9 o'clock. Let's see what else we got. We'd all die happy. You're right about that. Let's see what we've got. Let's get a last call here for Super Chats before we draw. We'll back up. I'll ask Beckett and Jax here not to hit the table if you can help it. I lowered it there so Beckett and Jax would be in the picture. We lucked out and we're parking deck 2 and caught an elevator right off. Little Tito says you're right about that. Yolanda, it's great to see you this evening. Even though we're about to wrap things up, we've got our last call here for our prize giveaway. I'm making sure, too, that I haven't missed anything. We look good here. Okay. Good. Okay. Mr. Martin there again. I've got your super chat. I'll get you in here. I've got my slips here. And Martin, I've got you right there, my friend. We're going to draw here in just a second. Baby Beck. Yep, Mr. Rick as well. Rick, thank you so much. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the new appearance. Again, we're always trying to do things better. Anything I've ever done, if you're not trying to make yourself better, your product better, your brand better, someone else is. And someone else may pass you. Someone else may already be past you. And you're trying to catch them. You better always be working. And that's what I do. Wasn't perfect tonight at all. Not perfect, but I learned from it. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed the appearance. Jody as well. Jody, I got you right here. We're going to get you in here. Thank you for that super chat. Fireball Steve said I liked it. Little Tito loved the ticker. I did too. Do they honor Carnival Platinum Mark? Is that Royal Caribbean does it? MSC honors up to gold. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you for that. Okay, we're going to draw here. Let's start them up here. Start them up. Everyone who is here tonight, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking this video. If you haven't done it yet, before we get off, please like the video so other people will watch it. People do go back and watch this. If you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. You want to this week. You want to. We are cruising on the NCL Prima. We're going to have lots of live content in Galveston and aboard the Prima as long as the internet will work. It should. It's a new ship. So please subscribe. Ring that bell to receive notifications when we upload content. That way when we go live, you'll see it. Sometimes it's going to be during the workday. You're not going to have a reason to be on YouTube unless you need a break from work, but it will pop up and you'll be able to watch us there. Yep. Here we go. Hey, Mike and Michelle say hello. Shirley says congratulations on your football win. The kids in the background made the vlog, David says. You're right. They are beautiful. I know the here, let me unhide that so you can see. And let me hide that. There we go. Jack's down here. Okay. Beckett, you ready? What are we doing after this, Beck?
Playing hide and seek.
Hide and seek. Okay. Hang on, Jax. You can have one here in a minute. Let's see what we got, Beckett. Don't even know what you're drawing for. Mr. Randy Cass. Randy Cass is tonight's winner. Randy, thank you so much. To all of you who super chatted and who are here, thank you so much. You are why this community is as successful as it is. I look forward. It's 9 o'clock. We got to check Amanda's email. Hopefully she has a cabin confirmation and some communication from Norwegian about what in the world is going on with this cruise that we go on in 72 hours because we don't know. I hope all of you have a great week. will be here. If you need to email us, our email is in the description of this video. It's also in that ticker. If you need to book a cruise, plan a cruise, move a cruise, let us know. We will help you out. We will see you all week right here
on our